up, guys? So this is Learn That Fill, lesson number 4. I actually don't even consider this a fill, really. I just consider it not really a beat. It's just, I don't know, it's just a thing I do. I use it a lot of times during like bridges or like a breakdown maybe. But yeah, this was featured in I think it was my Centuries video and maybe possibly one other thing. I added this into my band's original song Firelight, so you can go check that out. But yeah, usually I do different variations of this. I'll either hit the crash or the ride bell. I won't hold the crash. It all depends. I switch it up, make it faster, slower, anything I want really, which is what you should do as well. I want to give a shout out to Phil J. Drums because I learned this from one of his lessons. I think I changed it up a bit. I don't think I played the same way he taught it, but thanks Phil because you're awesome and I love this. So yeah, here we go. So it looks a little complicated. Adding the kick can be a little struggle for everyone, but basically I'm gonna do it without the metronome right now. I'll do it normal speed and then I'll slow it down and then I'll try to break it down for you guys and show you how it's done. So here it goes. Okay, so you saw me smiling because it's actually really hard to just break it down and go super slow because I was actually trying to think of what I was doing, and again, I'm not used to doing that. I'm just used to playing it. So in my head, I'm just like, oh god, this just feels so awkward. I don't know what to hit right now. But yeah, so there it is. When you break it down, it actually doesn't seem that complicated. Maybe the kick might be a little bit complicated sometimes. But everything else is pretty straightforward. So I'm going to break it up into parts. I am, for this lesson, usually I keep out the kick in the beginning, but the kick is essential in this one. Like, you can't just not do it. You could switch it up maybe, but you have to do the kick at some point. So I'm going to add it in. I'll break it down into a bunch of different parts. So here's the first part. It's 4 hits on the hi-hat and a hit on the bell. And you're going to be doing the kick as well. So kick is on the 1 of the hi-hat and then when you hit the bell. So here it goes. There it is. Okay, so then after that, so you ended on the bell, that with your kick, remember that. After that, you go with your snare, hi-hat, open, and then a kick. So it's snare, hi-hat, kick. So you're pretty much closing the hi-hat at the same time you're doing the kick. So here it goes again. Okay, so let me go through it from what we have so far. I'll go through it again. So that's 2 parts down already, you're pretty much almost done. After that, so you ended with the kick, you are going to go into the tom section of the beat. So after that, remember you ended on the kick, so now you are going to do 2 hits on the rack, 2 hits on the floor, and then crash, which you're holding. Okay, you got to hold that, and of course every time you hit the crash, you hit the floor, you hit the kick. So here it goes. You ended with the kick, so it's There we go. Ended with the kick again. I'll go through it again. So I'm going to go through everything that we have so far. So I believe that was 3 parts that I just went to, 3 parts. So here it goes again. So after that, you just ended with a kick and a cymbal while holding it. Next, you are going to have to do a second kick. So it's 2 kicks, snare, open hi-hat. That's all we're doing for this part. So okay, so that's part 5, I think. So it's going to be a second kick, snare, open hi-hat. So you're ending. Alright, so that's the 5th part. Alright, so again, I'll go through it, what we have so far. Okay, and here's the last part, part 6, I think. Okay, so you ended with the open hi-hat, and just like last time, when you're closing it, you're going to do a kick. So it's going to be a kick, and then a snare on the floor tom at the same time, kick, and again. I'll start it from the cymbal because it's a little bit easier to hear everything. So here it goes. And there you go, guys. That is the beat or the fill, or it's not really a fill. It's just a cool thing. It's a lick, maybe you can call it. I don't really know. It's just a cool thing to play. It sounds really cool. It's different. People will never expect you to play it, really. It's just like, whoa, that's weird. Do it again, right? So I'm just gonna keep playing it. I'll go slow and I'll just go faster, and then yeah, there you go. So here we go again. This is without a metronome. I'm just gonna go into it.